Estonia, a small yet resilient nation on the shores of the Baltic Sea, has a rich history of struggle for self-determination. For centuries, this land of forests and ancient traditions was controlled by foreign powers, from the Danes and Swedes to the Poles and Germans. However, it was under the rule of the Russian Empire that Estonia began to truly define its national identity. By the early 20th century, Estonia was still a part of the Russian Empire, but change was in the air. The winds of nationalism had begun to stir, and the people of Estonia were finding their voice. The story of Estonia's path to independence is one of perseverance, resilience, and unwavering determination, one that would play out over decades of political turmoil and warfare. In this video, we'll explore how Estonia managed to break free from Russian control, navigating through the chaos of World War I, the Russian Revolution, and its own war of independence. We'll uncover the pivotal moments that led to the country's first declaration of independence in 1918 and the subsequent Treaty of Tartu that secured its sovereignty. To understand how Estonia gained independence from Russia, we first need to look back at its incorporation into the Russian Empire. In 1721, following the conclusion of the Great Northern War, Estonia, along with its Baltic neighbors, was ceded to Russia under the Treaty of Nystad. For the next 2 centuries, Estonia would remain under Imperial Russian control. Life under Russian rule brought significant changes to Estonia. The Baltic German nobility continued to dominate the political and social landscape, while the Estonian peasantry labored under serfdom, with little political power or autonomy. Despite the oppressive rule, the Estonian people maintained their cultural identity, speaking their language and preserving their traditions. It wasn't until the late 19th century that the seeds of a national awakening began to take root. The Estonian National Awakening, or Rahvuslik, was a period of profound cultural and political revival. Estonian intellectuals, writers, and activists began to champion the idea of a distinct Estonian nation, pushing back against the dominance of Russian and Baltic German influence. Language played a central role in this awakening. The revival of the Estonian language, particularly through literature, education, and newspapers, became a powerful symbol of resistance against foreign domination. Estonian intellectuals emphasized the importance of national identity, and cultural institutions like choirs and folk music festivals helped to solidify a sense of unity among Estonians. By the end of the 19th century, Estonians were no longer content to live as subjects of a distant empire. The national awakening had planted the idea of independence in the hearts of the people, setting the stage for the political movements that would emerge in the early 20th century. As World War I erupted across Europe in 1914, Estonia, still part of the Russian Empire, found itself caught in the midst of a global conflict. While the Russian Empire initially joined the war as part of the Allied powers, the strain of war on the empire soon became evident. The mounting losses on the Eastern Front, coupled with internal discontent, would set the stage for a seismic shift in Russian politics and society. By 1917, the Russian Empire was on the brink of collapse. The February Revolution in Petrograd led to the abdication of Tsar Nicholas II, and the rise of the provisional government temporarily placed Russia on a new political path. For Estonia, this moment marked an opportunity for greater autonomy as the Russian Empire's grip on the Baltic provinces began to weaken. However, the provisional government's time was short-lived. Later that same year, the October Revolution brought the Bolsheviks to power, further destabilizing the region. The Russian Revolution not only dismantled the centuries-old empire but also created a political vacuum in the Baltic region. For Estonians, it became clear that this was a critical moment to push for independence. Amidst the chaos, Estonian political leaders and nationalists began to organize. In March 1917, the Estonian Provincial Assembly, or MAPIV, was established, becoming the first parliamentary body representing the Estonian people. This was a crucial step in Estonia's road to independence, as it gave the nation a formal political voice during the turbulent times. The turmoil of the Russian Revolution created a window of opportunity. With the collapse of central authority, Estonia declared its autonomy within Russia in the summer of 1917. But independence remained elusive. The Bolsheviks, embroiled in civil war, had little interest in granting the Baltic states freedom. Estonia's aspirations for full sovereignty would soon be tested on the battlefield. Despite the revolutionary upheaval, the desire for independence had become unstoppable. The Estonian people were ready to seize their moment, setting the stage for the final steps toward independence in the years to come. By early 1918, the situation in Estonia had reached a critical point. The collapse of the Russian Empire and the chaos of the Russian Revolution had left a power vacuum in the Baltic region. At the same time, World War I continued to rage, with German forces advancing into Estonia. Yet, in the face of this uncertainty, the Estonian people were ready to take their fate into their own hands. Amid the growing chaos, a group of Estonian political leaders and nationalists worked tirelessly to draft a declaration that would proclaim Estonia's independence from both Russian and German influence. The urgency of the situation was clear. If Estonia was to survive, it needed to act quickly before being swallowed up by foreign powers once again. On February 24, 1918, in the city of Tartu, a proclamation of independence was finally made public. This bold move, led by figures like Konstantin Päts, John Tõnisson, and Yuri Vilms, signaled the birth of a new nation. Estonia was no longer just a province of foreign empires, it was now a sovereign state. However, Estonia's newfound independence was immediately put to the test. Just one day after the declaration, German forces, already occupying parts of Estonia, refused to recognize the new government. The Germans sought to establish their own dominance in the region, and the Estonian provisional government found itself sidelined, with little control over its own territory. Despite these early setbacks, the Estonian leaders did not abandon their cause. The Declaration of Independence was a symbolic victory, one that inspired the Estonian people to continue the fight for freedom. The provisional government was forced underground, but they remained active, coordinating efforts to resist foreign domination. The challenges were immense, but Estonia's Declaration of Independence in 1918 was more than just a political statement, it was a rallying cry. Even as German occupation threatened to crush the fledgling republic, the will of the Estonian people remained unbroken, setting the stage for the War of Independence that would follow. Following the Declaration of Independence in February 1918, Estonia found itself in the midst of a fierce struggle to defend its newfound sovereignty. This War of Independence would pit the fledgling Estonian Republic against two powerful enemies, Soviet Russia to the east, and Baltic German forces to the south and west, both of whom sought to impose their own control over the region. Estonia's war for freedom was fought on two fronts. From the east, Soviet Russia, now under Bolshevik control, sought to regain its former territories, launching an invasion of Estonia in late 1918. Simultaneously, Baltic German forces, who had not accepted Estonia's independence, aimed to establish their own influence in the region through military and political means. At first, the odds seemed stacked against Estonia. The Estonian army, hastily assembled and poorly equipped, faced far more experienced and better armed adversaries. But despite these challenges, the Estonian people rallied together, demonstrating incredible resilience and determination to defend their homeland. Crucially, Estonia did not fight alone. Support from foreign nations played a vital role in the country's survival. Finland, sharing a cultural and historical bond with Estonia, sent over 3,500 volunteers to assist in the war effort. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom provided naval support, protecting Estonian ports and disrupting enemy supply lines. Throughout 1919, a series of major battles would define the War of Independence. The Estonian army, bolstered by volunteers and foreign assistance, won key victories against both Soviet and Baltic German forces. One of the most critical battles occurred in January 1919, when the Estonian army launched a counteroffensive near Narva, pushing Soviet troops out of northeastern Estonia. Another pivotal moment came in June 1919, at the Battle of Vanu-Siisis, where Estonian forces, alongside Latvian allies, defeated the Baltic German Landeswehr. This victory not only solidified Estonia's independence but also marked a turning point in the fight for control of the Baltic region. After 2 long years of bitter conflict, the War of Independence finally drew to a close. On February 2, 1920, Estonia and Soviet Russia met in the city of Tartu to negotiate a formal peace agreement. For Estonia, these talks represented the chance to secure the independence they had fought so hard to achieve. the peace negotiations were not without tension. The newly formed Estonian Republic, though victorious in battle, was still a young and fragile state, while Soviet Russia, now entrenched in its civil war, was eager to secure peace on its western front. Both sides recognized the need to bring the conflict to a close, but the terms of the treaty would shape the future of the region. After weeks of discussions, the Treaty of Tartu was signed on February 2, 1920. It marked a monumental moment in Estonia's history. Soviet Russia, led by the Bolsheviks, officially recognized Estonia's independence and agreed to renounce any claims over its territory. The treaty also established permanent borders between the two nations, ensuring Estonia's sovereignty for the foreseeable future. The key terms of the Treaty of Tartu included not only the recognition of Estonia's independence but also provisions for the withdrawal of Soviet forces from Estonian territory. In return, Estonia agreed to allow Russian citizens in Estonia the right to return to Soviet Russia if they so wished. The treaty further outlined mutual respect for the political autonomy and territorial integrity of both nations. The treaty would prove crucial in securing Estonia's sovereignty. It granted the young nation the political legitimacy it needed to build its future as an independent republic. For the next 2 decades, Estonia would enjoy a period of peace and growth, firmly establishing itself as a stable and prosperous country in Northern Europe. The Treaty of Tartu stands as one of the most significant achievements in Estonian history. It was a hard-won victory that not only ended the War of Independence but also laid the foundation for Estonia's enduring national identity. The next chapter in the country's history was marked by a period of immense national growth and transformation. In the 1920s and 1930s, Estonia worked tirelessly to establish itself as a sovereign and stable nation in the heart of Northern Europe. One of the key priorities for the new republic was the creation of democratic institutions. Estonia's leaders, many of whom had fought in the War of Independence, now focused on building a government that reflected the will of the people. The constitution, adopted in 1920, laid the foundation for a parliamentary democracy, ensuring the protection of civil rights, freedom of expression, and political participation. Economic development was another crucial challenge. After the devastation of war, Estonia needed to rebuild its infrastructure and revive its industries. During the 1920s, the country made impressive strides in agriculture, shipping, and trade. New investments in education and public health further enhanced Estonia's capacity to grow as a modern European nation. Culturally, the interwar years saw the rise of a strong sense of national identity. Estonians embraced their language, traditions, and history, which had long been suppressed under foreign rule. This era also witnessed a flourishing of the arts, literature, and music, as the country's intellectuals and artists contributed to shaping Estonia's unique cultural landscape. However, this period of growth was not without its challenges. The interwar years also brought external threats that loomed over the young nation. Estonia was strategically located between two powerful and ambitious neighbors, Nazi Germany to the west and the Soviet Union to the east. Both powers harbored territorial ambitions and viewed Estonia as part of their larger geopolitical interests. As the 1930s progressed, the rise of totalitarian regimes in Europe, particularly Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany and Joseph Stalin's Soviet Union, created an increasingly hostile international environment. Estonia, while striving to maintain its independence, faced mounting pressure from both sides. Despite the looming threats, Estonia remained committed to its democratic ideals and its vision of a sovereign future. By the end of the 1930s, Estonia had emerged as a resilient nation, proud of its heritage, determined to protect its independence, and aware of the dangers that lay ahead. In 1940, Estonia's hard-won independence came to a sudden and violent end. Under the secret terms of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, signed between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, Estonia was annexed by the Soviet Union. Soviet troops entered the country, swiftly dismantling the Estonian government, and Estonia was forcibly incorporated into the USSR. The years of Soviet occupation were marked by repression, mass deportations, and the suppression of Estonian culture. Thousands of Estonians were sent to labor camps in Siberia, while others faced persecution for resisting the regime. Under Soviet rule, the Estonian language and national identity were systematically attacked, and the country's economy and political systems were fully integrated into the Soviet structure. But despite decades of Soviet domination, the spirit of Estonian independence never fully died. Beneath the surface, resistance continued, and over time, a new movement for national liberation began to take shape. By the 1980s, political and social unrest in the Soviet Union, combined with the rise of Estonian nationalism, set the stage for a peaceful revolution. In the late 1980s, the Estonian people initiated what became known as the Singing Revolution. In a remarkable display of peaceful defiance, hundreds of thousands of Estonians gathered to sing patriotic songs and demand their freedom. Singing became a powerful symbol of national unity and resistance, as the people stood together in peaceful protests, calling for independence. The Singing Revolution helped galvanize the nation. By 1990, Estonia had formed its own political movements pushing for independence, and the winds of change were sweeping across the Soviet Union. With the USSR weakening, Estonians seized the moment. On August 20, 1991, Estonia officially redeclared its independence from the Soviet Union, just as the USSR was collapsing. It was a moment of immense joy and triumph for the Estonian people, one that had been 50 years in the making. The peaceful nature of Estonia's path to freedom, achieved through the Singing Revolution, remains one of the most remarkable stories of the late 20th century. Against the backdrop of Soviet oppression, the people of Estonia reclaimed their independence without firing a single shot. In the years that followed, Estonia would go on to rebuild itself as a democratic and sovereign nation, fully embracing its place in the global community. The Soviet occupation left deep scars, but Estonia's peaceful restoration of independence in 1991 remains a testament to the strength, resilience, and unity of its people. In 2004, Estonia took a major step towards cementing its place in Europe by joining both the European Union and NATO. These memberships have not only secured Estonia's borders but also strengthened its role as an active participant in European and global affairs. With these alliances, Estonia has gained political security, economic opportunity, and a voice in shaping the continent's future. Throughout its modern history, Estonia has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to preserving its independence. This commitment is reflected in the nation's proactive stance on defense, its dedication to democratic values, and its investment in future generations. Estonia's strategic alliances with the West have allowed the country to stand firm in the face of modern geopolitical challenges. Despite its small size, Estonia has made a name for itself on the global stage, becoming a hub for technological innovation and a leader in digital governance. The country's e-Estonia initiative, which allows citizens to access nearly every government service online, has set a global standard for efficiency and transparency. At the heart of Estonia's modern success story is its resilience. For a country that has endured centuries of occupation, independence has become a symbol of hope, freedom, and determination. Estonia's national spirit, forged in its long struggle for freedom, continues to inspire its people and shape its future. More than 3 decades after reclaiming its independence, Estonia is a nation that honors its past while looking boldly to the future. Its success in building a modern, dynamic society stands as a testament to the strength of its people, their unwavering belief in democracy, and their commitment to the ideals of freedom and self-determination. The legacy of Estonia's independence is one of resilience, progress, and unwavering hope. As the country continues to grow and evolve, it remains a beacon of freedom in the region, an enduring symbol of what can be achieved through unity, perseverance, and the pursuit of self-determination.